This is the Motovation Podcast, hosted by Laurie Joy Kingwell and Krissy Vann. That's me. And we're taking you on a little off-roading.
And every single week, we're going to be joined by our dope friend, Richelle from True Grit Moto.
Woo! Hey, I floss.
And every week, we are going to ask each other stupid questions, and we're going to answer them. And why, you may ask? Because we can. All right, this is your Motovation
Off-road edition.
First off, before we do the next little question, but I find that when I splice this, and because this will be 2 episodes when we're done, I don't really have a good lead in for the second one because we always just kind of keep going. So at the very, very end, I'll just do like a kickoff something, or you guys do one of the kickoff somethings so that I can.
What does that mean?
Like you could be like, whoa, good to see you, bitches. Let's fucking do this. Richelle, that'll be your line. But make it your own. But don't make it your own. But make it your own.
At the very,
but do it like I did it.
At the very end?
Yeah.
Give me the cue.
The next episode. Da, 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 da.
Bam-ba-doo-ba-doo.
I feel like you just got your intro, by the way, that whole saga.
Oh my God.
Quentin Tarantino says that the Hollywood film business has been dead for years. 2019 was the last fucking year of movies.
Whoa.
Do you agree? Because I'm like, Laurie, you go to the movie theater, I feel.
Yeah.
I love the movie theater. In fact, Pamela Anderson was on Fifth Ave the other day.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
and
Fifth
Angelina
Ave at
Jolie's in
Vancouver?
town.
Or is Fifth Ave a
Wait.
theater?
The theater, like on Fifth. It's like the one.
Oh,
that you
yeah,
can go.
you used to live right by that theater in Kitsilano.
Yeah, you can go. She
-ish?
went there to go promote her movie that was just out, and so she went.
Oh,
and
it looks
watched
so
there.
good.
It looks so
Very
good.
cool.
She had a
And-
movie. So to be clear, I
Yeah.
didn't know about inauguration. Also didn't know Pamela Anderson had a movie. So I am full stop.
It's
I'm
not a
sure
huge.
which
I was
one
going to say
I'm
it's
mad
not
at.
disrespect. It's not a big. The Pamela Anderson's not like a huge thing that like
No.
everybody knows. I just happened to come across a preview and I was like, oh, that looks like a really incredible movie.
Yeah. No, I think
no, I don't.
It's a tough one.
I don't know why that would be any different. There's like years where there's like some great movies and there's years where there's shit. And I've seen no difference. I have no idea why. And it's not like I am a connoisseur that would have any in-depth things to say. Not like my last story I told, but it's one of those. It's not one of those. I've noticed no difference of being like, man, it's been forever since I've seen a good movie. No, like there's still great movies out, no difference than 10 years ago. And there's still absolute shit movies, just like 10 years ago.
What was
So
the
I don't know
last
what
great
that's about.
movie you saw?
I haven't seen
Yeah,
one since
Laurie.
2019. So
I was going to go with Inside Out too, which we saw.
Oh my God, that
Oh.
one was so cute.
that was
So beautiful.
so good.
Therapy and a
honestly,
little Pixar film.
There was one that was
Sorry, my heart
wasn't
boiled.
great, but it was solid. Was called Blink Twice.
Oh yeah,
and-
this one recently, super good.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was really, I love, well, the cinematography was stunning, but I really loved how they depicted the kind of like extreme level of like gaslighting and stuff of like sexual abuse on women and how they get, I don't know. You could take it a few different ways, but essentially it's Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz
and,
was
she was the director.
she was the director and the writer, I think, of it.
Yes, unbelievable. Like she was incredible, or her work was incredible. But essentially, it's this super, super rich guy that seems like he's like such a good guy. Just heartfelt. He made a mistake years ago and kind of got canceled, and he came back being like, I'm a changed person. Like now he's a super great guy. Takes these women to the island with all these guys, and they just have the best time. They do mushrooms and drink and go on these excursions, but something's a bit off. And then they, the people, it's like a bit of a thriller, and I can't give any more just in case, but it's takes a very, very fucking hard left. And
You know what? You know what movie actually did a hard left and was very
What?
similar to that one? Was Justin Long, The Barbarian. Did you guys ever
I
watch
haven't
that?
seen any of these. I'm like,
Oh my God. You have to watch The Barbarian.
Barbarian.
It's so fucking funny. But it's about Justin Long. Okay. And he's like this famous actor and he's like singing and it's all about like him being a man in the world. And then it talks and then it goes into depth and almost like in a comedy style horror / thriller where like a woman survives it and like takes him out. And it's like him sucking on the nipple of like this woman monster, and it's like men and women and how it's this funky balance. Like I would love to hear your guys' interpretation of The Barbarian. It's fucking hilarious.
I'm for sure gonna watch this.
Oh, and Justin
Oh,
Long
got
was
really
that
good
the
reviews.
monster nipple that got you.
Oh, you guys
Yeah.
haven't watched? Okay,
It got really good reviews.
It's
Like really high reviews.
It's controversial for a lot of people. I think they're just kind of like, what the fuck was that? And then the people that really get it
Right.
are like, I love it. I love it.
Gotcha.
Watch it. The Barbarian.
Got it.
Hilarious. Okay.
Boom. Here we are. We're
2022.
doing it. Right,
Next
actually.
question. Do you guys go to the casino? Tell me.
No.
Oh,
No.
what?
I-
You don't go to the
no.
casino.
I
was
have a
there
bit of
last
trauma.
night.
I need to be reintroduced to the casino. I need to create a new relationship with the casino. I had a boyfriend that I dated for a good chunk of years. I think I might have even talked about this. And he had a gambling addiction. And it was really fucking weird. And I didn't know I did know, but I also didn't know anybody that had a gambling addiction. And everyone was kind of like, yeah, it's a problem, but it's not a problem. And you're like, okay. And so he would go and be like, I'm just going to spend $20 or $30. He was in college at the time. I was like paying for everything. He would like lose his rent and shit and like rent money. Yeah. And he would go and he would just be like, no, just one more, just one more, just one more. It was that thing of like, if I could just get this, all my problems would go away. And so, yeah, we did talk about this because then it kind of led to us talking about like, do you buy lottery tickets or do you know, and like how I got very much was like, ooh, you create your own fate. You don't rely on these like winner, chicken dinner, random things because they will get you into a mindset that's like this. Because it kicks up the possibility within you. And then you want to keep that possibility feeling. So you keep playing. So yeah, it got so weird. The fights, I remember sitting in the car because we get in a fight and I'd be in the car. A couple times I just left them at the casino. And you know, I was young. I would have been like 20 at the time. Yeah. And so it was one of the, but like we would sit at the, what are they called? The VLTs at the like town bar in Davidson, Saskatchewan. And we would go to the town bar and I'd be with my little Malibu drink, just sitting at the VLT and just like, how many more? How much longer? And his brother was similar. Like his brother had a bit of an addiction too. And so so casinos immediately take me back to being like, not a great time. And then it also makes me notice all these other people that are in that zone. And I'm like, oh, sad.
Oh, you got to bring it back. No, we got to bring it back. We're going to
I'll go with you.
Out.
I feel like we should do an off-road casino night and take our microphones and we'll all go with our 20 buckaroos.
Let's do it.
That's my rule. Never $20 invest.
We did go when we went to in Shelton. We went to the little casino and I had so much fun. We had like $20 and spent it. And I think we won like $5 and I was just like ripping around like I hit the jackpot with that little.
And you did.
And it was fun. It was really fun because we did it as a group and it was about like being silly and trying random machines. So I would like to do that again.
That's the fun part. Yes.
See, my city, Niagara Falls, we are like the Vegas of the North. So we do have beautiful, it's really just one beautiful casino. But my friend has worked at the casino and she basically, her job is to entice the high rollers and people that are part of the rewards program. And it is wild, the lengths. People wear diapers so they don't lose their machine. Like there's so many dirty stories about the casino. But the last time I was at a casino was Vegas for work. And I don't like to spend my own money and I'm not a gambler at all. Like to Laurie's point, something like that in the group, I'm like, I'll take $20 gone. They're not getting another cent from me.
Yeah.
But I said that and they were like, we're going to play blackjack. And I was like, well, like, I don't really want to gamble. And then he was like, here. And he gave me $1,000. And I lost the $1,000. And then he gave me another $1,000.
Who is this?
I
oh my God.
lost
go
this man.
guy.
And like, of course, it's Vegas. You're getting free drinks. And I'm just like, woo, hit me. Because it was
Monopoly money.
I'm like, I lost this money so fast, and then was like, pip, pip, cheerio. Have a great night.
You guys just reminded me.
Days, but so it's fun gambling with other people's money when they don't give a fuck about said money.
You guys, I've got a great story that you just reminded me of. When we were in Vegas for a girlfriend's stay, we had to walk through the casino to get back to our room. And there was two of us walking back, right? Always. And the others went out dancing or something. Can't remember why, but we were headed back and we ran into these guys, and there was like 2 or 3 guys that were in their late 20s, and the rest were all in their 50s, couple maybe in their, well, for sure a couple in their 60s. And they were started joking with us, and we were just like shooting the shit and okay, like laughing. And there was like no one really around at that. It was kind of like a tables that were in the way too much light. Like they were not at the it place or whatever. So it also didn't feel sleazy. They're just like, oh, these are just random people. They were from Mexico, and the one guy's gambling. And these younger guys are like, yeah, we're here with like my dad and his friends. And they're like, it's wild what he's gambling right now. And we're like, oh, okay. Like we're thinking like, oh yeah, he's throwing down a couple $1,000. What is it happening? Right. And they go, okay, we're going to move on. This is about 15 minutes later. And the one guy says to us, yeah, we're going to move on and go over here. He just lost a big sum. So we're going to go gamble at those tables. And the guys are like, oh, how much did he lose? And he's like, oh, this table, 40,000.
Yeah.
40,000. That's also at the point where we were like, they're in the cartel. Oh, we are standing with cartel. Like something's happening, but it was like where you're like, what? And even the young guys were like, he just lost 40,000 or whatever it was on the table. And the guy's like, oh yeah, like that's nothing to him. And they're like, and we were like, so we're good meeting you guys. We're going to go this away. Good to see you. And they were so fucking the weird. Money guy was scary though, for sure. Like, cause when they were all leaving, we were still standing together. He was a very quiet man and a very there was a dominating energy that I was like, and the rest were all like, la la, like so happy and and he was just this quiet, like, let's either spend some money or kill someone, but let's do one or the other soon. It was weird. Imagine just that you've got that kind of money that to lose on one table within like a 15-minute window.
Totally.
I wish. I literally go to the casino to be that guy. But one time I went to the roulette table because I didn't realize you needed to have $100 minimum, and my chip said $4 on it. And I was like, ma'am, excuse me. Can I get some dollar chips? And she was like, no, this isn't the table. She's like, you can go up front and maybe play at the machine, but this
penny
is
slot.
$100 minimum. Thank you for coming. And I was like, oh my God, that's embarrassing. And everybody just was like staring at me. And I was like, fuck off. This has got $4 on it, and the penny machines are going to be happy. Okay.
Sounds like she was sweet, but it was nice.
Are a web of lies. Like, I don't understand. If I am going to put $20 in, let's be clear. The only thing I'm going to do is a slot machine, and I will only do the one with the handle because it's fun to pull. Yeah. And it's like not a feeling. It's like as it goes down. I'm like, yeah I want that feeling.
Okay, but
so many of them are digital, and then it's like all these lines, and I'm like, what do those mean? And then you guys put it in here. Like, I just spent $4 on a penny slot. How?
Fuck me right up. We're going to the casino. I'm going to show you where to go and what
I'm
is
in.
Fun. Plan. Oh, is this my cue?
No, well, this is where you got to go. This is our peace on earth. Namaste. You know what? As a yoga future instructor, how would you lead us out of a session?
Oh, how would I lead us out of a session? Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining me here today on this lovely sunny morning. And the earth is going to survive everything. And we, as peaceful people, will lead the bad to the good. Namaste.
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 Everyone has a mother.
You just went off-roading with the Motovation Podcast, hosted by Laurie Joy Kingwell and myself, Krissy Vann.
And of course, a special thank you to Richelle from True Grit Moto.
Whoop, boss it.
Never miss an episode by hitting like or subscribe. Connect with us on Instagram at Motovation Podcast and visit our website at themotovation.com. And in the meantime, full tanks, full throttle.
I think this is good though. It's like healthy, you know? Like people will be like, oh my God, I don't floss.
Oh, it's going to be so hard not to laugh to get through this intro.